We're coming out of a very loud 24-hour window. The big story is still that concentrated surge that hit late on the 20th. You can see it clearly in the amplitude panel where all bands jumped together, especially A1 and A3. That was a clean vertical blast rather than a slow build. After that spike, the field did not crash. It stabilized at an elevated baseline instead of dropping back into deep blue. That tells you the system is still charged even though the dramatic flash moment has passed. Power is sitting around 5.9 right now. That is not extreme, but it is not quiet either. It is a steady active hum. The current fundamental is hovering around 7.5 Hz, slightly above the classic 783 line earlier and now settling just under it again. When the fundamental wobbles like this but does not collapse, it usually means the environment is integrating the surge rather than releasing it all at once. The spectrogram shows sustained green and yellow across the main resonance bands with occasional narrow vertical pulses. That pattern is a classic aftershock phase. Not chaotic, not silent, charged but organized. Think of it as the atmosphere recalibrating after a sharp electrical input. The Kumiana panels confirm that the activity is not isolated. There are multiple bursts in the lower and mid frequencies with strong red patches earlier, followed by layered green bands continuing into this morning. That is ongoing energy movement, not a one-and-done event. Q factor values are climbing again, especially in Q1 and Q2. When Q rises, coherence increases. The system is tightening its signal. Translation: less scattered noise, more focused transmission. That often coincides with sharper mental clarity for some and stronger emotional waves for others. The electromagnetic background is still elevated across a wide range, which supports the idea that we are in a sustained active window rather than a quiet reset. Overall read for this morning: the peak hit yesterday. Now we are in the integration phase. The field is still bright, still active, but more organized. Expect a steady charged atmosphere rather than explosive spikes for the next stretch unless another solar input arrives. This is the kind of morning where things feel slightly amplified but also clearer. The signal is strong and holding,